Good morning, my dear kids. Today's class in the electromagnetism, we will discuss some good numericals related to the total chapter. So as there's like a revision class, so already you know the most of the basics and applications. So I just picked up some different numericals. So just read, and the moment question get displayed, read the question, and in your notebook start analyzing, draw the diagram, what can happen, and what formulas, what ideas can be used here. Let me start the class. And if you look at the JEE Advanced, so definitely is asking even the mixed concept questions also, not only pure electromagnetism, even the mixed concept. I think I'm saying the mixed concept means electromagnetism mixed with kinematics, then laws of motion. Any of the mechanics ideas can be added to the electromagnetism. So you check the 60% of numericals that came in advance are the mixed concept related to electromagnetism. Okay, first read the question. I'll come into the picture. But you can work out, there's nothing is there, all the maximum numericals which are there in advanced paper, you see that students can manage, but all need diagram. Almost all questions, a student has to draw the diagram. If he's able to draw diagram, okay, it's comfortable. In a certain region of a space, uniform and constant electric field and magnetic field parallel to each other are present. So I'm don't know, so I will take them to be like this. Okay, we'll start like this. So this is a proton is fired from a point A. Oh, what are the points? So these are the points. In the field with a speed at an angle of alpha with the field direction. Okay, this is the proton. The positive charge means proton here. So it is fired with a speed V. Or V naught, will write it. It will be easy for us. Symbol I just added up, V naught. Then how is the direction of E bar and B bar? The direction of E bar and B bar himself in the question is telling they are like this. They're parallel to each other. The proton reaches a point B in the field where its velocity makes an angle beta with the field direction. Somewhere we are, sir, how the path of this we know it's a helical path. It must be a helical path. We know certain ideas. Helical path of what? Helical path of increasing pitch. Helical path of increasing pitch here. At t equals 0, it is projected. Somewhere at certain time t, its velocity will make an angle beta with this one. So where is that point? Other point B, you can pick up wherever you want. You can pick up wherever you want. So for our simplification purpose, I'll just choose this one. But there's no rule. There's no rule that, sir, where the point B can be anywhere, where the velocity vector. So if you want, I'll make it the problem. It's a bit. There's a point B. Got it? No? If you can draw the diagram, little bit easy. Say it will help you to think like, okay, this what that alpha. These things are indicated. So this was projected with V naught speed. Now it is V. So how much of angle it will make now? Beta. I think if student can draw this much, is able to analyze the diagram this much, you know enough of electrostatics. We know what is the work done by magnetic field will be 0. The magnetic field will not do any work as the proton moves from A to B. Then what all change in kinetic energy that is there must be due to electrostatic field only. So from this one, mv naught square. So initial kinetic energy at A plus work done by electrostatic force plus work done by magnetic field should be equal to final kinetic energy. Initial kinetic energy mv naught square by 2. Work done by electrostatic force. Charge into by electrostatic force, we do write like this, no? Q into A to B, it will move. So VA minus VB. Find the electric potential difference between points A and B. I think this was the question that is asked. When a charge particle, I think what is the formula? When work done by electrostatic force in moving a charge particle should be equal to V1 minus V2. By external agent means it will become V2 minus V1. This you. VA, VB are potentials. That potential difference, that is what being asked here. So the work done by magnetic field should be 0. Then kinetic energy at that particular point. Okay, no, we know V naught is asking to get that delta V. The potential difference is what I'll write it. M by 2 V naught square. Proton charge, charge of proton we know it. So this is what delta V. Too many symbols related to this one. There's a potential difference equal to M V square by 2. So we don't know V, what to do. How the electric field is directed? The electric field is directed horizontally, you know. Then what will happen to Y component of the velocities must remain same as E bar is along, as E bar is directed, as E bar is directed horizontally. So therefore, its Y component of velocity of the particle should remain constant. Therefore, Y component of velocity must remain constant. So therefore, V naught sine alpha should be equal to V sine beta. That V I'm going to replace that. So this will become M V naught square by 2 Q delta V is equal to M by 2 in place of V, V naught sine alpha sine beta whole square. Sine alpha by sine beta, the value is known, so we'll get expression for delta V. Able to analyze this, so M, so this Q, no, Q into delta V, M by 2 V naught square. Sine alpha sine beta whole square minus 1. 3 minus 1, 2. So this will become everything only mv naught square by q. Substitute all the related values. So mass of the proton 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 27. Charge 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 V naught square, 4 into 10 to the power of 4 whole square. You'll get the required answer.
16 volts.
16 volt it will come. I think it's very, 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 very important. Always I suggest you like work done by magnetic field is 0. I think this is the core idea which we have to take help in this numericals. And better picture, better, what is the thing? We must know what actually happens to charge particle, how do it move? I think motion of charge particle in a magnetic field, if you can student really analyzes how charge particle is moving, rest all everything very easy. What are the alternatives? It can move in a uniform circular motion, it can move in a helical path, or it can move in some curved path, or it can move in a straight line. I think, oh no, these are things. So if you know how it moves, you know mathematics to describe that motion. So once you write equations, rest all you can manage. So try to learn the methodology. No, at this particular stage, don't go for blind preparation. What is the strategy? What actually going on? So how I should solve this problem very systematically. These things you analyze, you have to analyze, not like something question, I'll read, I'll remember. No. What methodology I should apply here? This is some good question. I brought it. Let's see how. Read the question. Two disks of radius r and 2r made up of same insulating material, both has uniform charge density sigma on surface. Yeah, the sigma is what I'll indicate. They're having radius r and 2r. They're having radius 2r and they're having radius r. Okay, these are the radius. Having same charge density is same. Let me just color it. This is, are you able to see the disk? Two separate disk is what you can see it. Look at the question that is asked. Just be, don't write equation. Don't write equation. Work the exchange agent to provide this energy to the disk. On its own, can it rotate? First of all, no, it cannot rotate. Exchange agent has to rotate here. So how much of work I should do? First of all, why I should do work to rotate? On its own, the disk can rotate. So I have to make the disk to rotate. This is a strange problem. So the way you are asking, sir, is it asking self energy? No. To rotate the disk, what work he has to do? They were earlier a test. Okay, now let's go back to rotating disk. Will it produce any magnetic moment? Will it behave like a magnet? There's a primary question you ask it. Rotating charge particle will have any dipole moment? Yes. So rotating charge particle will behave like a magnet. So the rotating disk also will be a magnet. That magnet now kept in a magnetic field, will it have any potential? Yes. And it is also going to have the rotational kinetic energy. Both rotational kinetic energy plus also this one. Let's see that rotational kinetic energy has not given the uniform charge density, has not given the density of material made up of same insulating material. So we'll take rho as the density of material. Sigma we use for charge density, we'll use rho. First, let's get into the magnetic field due to rotating disk. If you, I think I suggest you the better to remember the standard derivations. I think they will help you a lot in this such cases. What is the magnetic field? What is the dipole momentum of rotating charge disk? If you know such things, no, it'll be easier. You can, no need to the discussion which I'm going to make. Directly you can get into the problem. So this will be the radius. Thickness dr, radius r, the charge, let this be dq, and this is omega. The sigma is what? We have to calculate the dipole. First, we'll calculate the dipole momentum of this elemental ring. So what is the dipole moment? How we proceed with the dipole moment? So this will be dm is equal to di by t. So di is, okay, so dq by t. dq is what? Sigma 2 pi r dr. T is what? 2 pi by omega. 2 pi get cancelled. So sigma omega r dr. There's a dipole moment. Okay. Some more things are there into pi r square. Only this about the current into what is the radius of this ring? Pi r square. So sigma omega r cube dr. Okay, this will be dipole momentum of this will be, there's a dipole moment. I'll write MB because capital M is what I'll be using mass also. Dipole moment, I'll write it. So the limit will be R cube dr 0 R. So sigma omega
Sir,
R to
sigma
power
omega pi r cube, sir.
1 pi is there. Yeah. Yeah, I made changes. So pi R to power of 4 by 4. I think if you can, you know this formula. What is the dipole momentum of the first one? M1. The dipole momentum of the second one, some other symbols visible. Yeah. So what is M1, MB1 dipole moment? MB2. MB1 should be equal to sigma omega pi R to power of 4. MB2 dipole moments. These are like a magnetic dipole moment of rotating charged disk. What is MB2? Sigma omega pi 2 R to power of 4 by 4. This value will be sigma omega pi R to power of 4, 2 to power of 4, 16. I think this will become 4. Keep it here. And this will be MB2. Then what was the initially the disk is at rest. What is the interaction potential between the dipole moment between the disk and the magnetic field? 0. When it starts rotating, the final energy how much will be? So the initial energy of the first disk, final energy, I'll write it. This should be equal to MB1 B bar. Negative sign. Why negative sign? I think there's a formula, no? Minus sigma omega pi R to power of 4 by 4. What is the final interaction potential of this? MB2 into B. Year 1 B will come. This should be equal to 4 sigma omega pi R to power of 4 into B. What is the work done in rotating the first disk? By exchange agent. Work done by exchange agent in rotating the disk 1. This should be equal to U1F minus U1I. What is the initial, when the disk is at rest, what is U1I? U1I, U2I will be 0. Any reason? Disk is at rest. Initially, the disk is at rest. No, there are no dipole moments. When there is not, it's a charged disk, but it's not having any dipole moment. So it's not interacting with the magnetic field. The disk is at rest as the disk is not treated as a magnet. When it is not treated as a magnet, no question of interaction potential. So this should be equal to minus sigma omega pi y 2r r to power of 4 only, no? It is. By 4. Okay. Work the exchange agent in rotating the disk 2. U2F minus U2R. So this should be again here also negative sign I took it. Minus 0. Okay, dividing these two. This is what E1. This is what E2. We're asking the ratio of E2 by E1. 16. Okay. Sir, but if he has given the mass, then you have to bring the kinetic energy. Am I right? Since he didn't given mass, no. So therefore, we since mass is not in, if the mass is also comes, then kinetic energy of the disk also will come into picture. That also you have to add up. Because the exchange agent only has to do work to impart that kinetic energy. Maybe light disk, you can say. You should have said 2 light disks, means mass will be negligible. So we just put some note here, mass of this negligible. disk are light. If they give mass of the disk, then what you should do, kinetic energy of the disk also will come into picture. Kinetic energy of the disk. Okay, you see the level of questions exactly in the advanced. What happened? They don't go for higher mathematics. Try to avoid that lengthy mathematical oriented question. The sharp thinking question is finished. The idea, then within 3-4 minutes, you are going to end up the answer. Maximum in advance, we need a lot of data background. So why students will say paper lengthy if you don't know this? If you know this, it's very easy, no? Just substituting, working out within 3 minutes, you'll end up. This is what happens most of the advanced problems where the standard data, the standard ideas, they'll play a lot of role in saving time. You must know all the things, what all the standard data, everything that one. So this data now, say, if you know this, very easier. So here it will kill time. So that's why I always insist you like a read my notes. Though you know, sir, same thing. Okay, it's not like something you have to get clarity of these things, no, immediately. Especially advanced, you need a preparation of that kind. Huh? And now read the question. A conducting wire is bent to form a ring of mass and radius, and the ring is placed on rough horizontal surface. There exists a uniform and a constant horizontal magnetic field of induction B. You can draw many diagrams. I think some small rough diagram will be sufficient. Okay, the ring, I'll only show the not a disk, it's a ring. That's what you take it. And the ring is placed on rough with its pin order. There exists uniform and constant horizontal magnetic field of induction B. What is the direction of B bar? The B bar direction is this way. Now a charge Q is passed through a ring in a very small interval delta T. As the ring ultimately just becomes vertical. What do you mean by vertical, the ring? We have done same problem with current flowing. What current you have to plug, but he is telling a charge is passed. This is what happens. So the radius of the ring, here I can show the radius of the ring. In the center, earlier the center C was here. So there's a gravity, effect of gravity here. What makes the ring to behave like that? If a charge Q flows, then Q into delta T will become current. So again, there's a just idea generation. If a current I flows, then it will have a dipole moment. Okay, so how the dipole moment will be directed M bar like this. Then what is M bar? I into pi r square. What is I? Q into delta T. Now this dipole moment, how it should be directed. So here I'll send a current in this direction. So M bar will be like this. That Q by delta T is what? MB. And how the Magnfield vector is here. B bar. Will there be any torque? Yes, there'll be torque. Torque due to whom? Torque due to dipole moment. So now for what time the torque will act here? For a very small interval of time, the torque will act. So therefore, no. So immediately what happened, this particular ring, it will be imparted an angular velocity. Now about what point, as there's a friction is there, so therefore it will rotate about this point P. We'll take this. The ring will rotate about point P. So this torque due to dipole moment, it will impart an angular velocity like this, omega naught, or say omega. So how to calculate that? We know the angular impulse. What is the formula? Torque into delta theta. What is the torque? Torque will be that due to dipole moment, mb into b into delta theta. What is mb? Q delta t into b pi r square delta t. Okay, the total charge, so it will be b pi r square into q. If you want to write, or else this is not needed, because that delta t is what we are taking. So this will be qb pi r square. Now this is the angular impulse. Angular impulse imparted by dipole moment. No. Okay, now we know the torque. So when angular impulse acts, there should be change in angular momentum. So it will acquire angular momentum IP omega. So this should be equal to torque. This should be equal to IP into omega. This is equal to QB pi r square. What is moment of inertia of the ring about any so like an axis tangential to the plane of the ring and passing through the circumference. If you are getting confusion, I'm asking moment of inertia. So about any diameter, it is mr square by 2. About point P. So IP should be equal to IC plus mr square. So this will be mr square by 2 plus mr square. So 3 by 2 mr square. So this will become 3 by 2 mr square into omega. I'll get the omega value, 2qb pi r square get cancels by 3m. And now after this, what you're going to do? This is the kinetic energy that will be imparted by that flowing charge. The rotational kinetic energy that is imparted will get converted into increase in gravitational potential energy. The rotational kinetic energy imparted to the ring is equal to increase in gravitational potential energy. So this, I think we can write it. So what is the IP omega square by 2 should be equal to mg into r. Mr square omega square by 2 mg into r. The value of g that is being asked. So m get cancels, 3 by 4 omega square r. Where the b, okay, no omega square value will substitute. 3 by 4 omega will be 2qb pi m whole square into r. 4 get cancelled, so 3 q square b square pi square by m square.
2qb by 3m whole square.
Root 3, huh?
2qb pi by 3m whole square. Omega is denominator 3 is there.
Oh, this 3 I didn't see. Huh? Yeah. Okay, the 3 will be there, no? So 3 square, so 3m. Yeah.
Into r.
Into r? Okay, one r. Okay, see this now. This will be the Same problem we did in regular class. A current I is flowing. What should be the value of current I? The charge is sent here. I think that this will really troublesome. This is a very important. Angular impulse imparted by moving charge. By charge, better will give equation like this. This is due to moving charge, a current for a fraction of time current will flow. Due to that, a dipole moment is set up. Then the dipole moment will into due to dipole moment, it will experience a torque. So it's like some sort of angular impulse here. Answer should be 3. You can expect questions of this very sharp thinking. That's what I feel when I check the advanced paper. No, I do get questions where there are very good ideas are involved. Some of you can students analyze it, it'll be very easy. We'll take the next one. Rolling, something word rolling is there, that also you be careful. While slipping on a frictionless surface, there is a slipping is there. What must be value? It was found that magnetic field at the center of the disk is equal to this much. He's asking what much the value of theta. We have to be, but it's a slipping, no, not pure rolling. Pure rolling, okay, it would have been nice. I'll give 2 minutes time, analyze it, then I'll come into picture. No. He's asking magnetic field at center. I think there's a big headache. He didn't ask any other, some sort of friction or other thing. The magnetic field at center, exactly at this point, what is the magnetic field? And it's having a charge density sigma. Okay, let's do one thing. Shall we break up this motion into 2 parts? Translative motion, rotating motion. So let's first only take the rotating motion. So if I take the only rotating motion, let me choose 2 points which are symmetrically lying with that one. So due to velocity of center of mass, all points should also, if the center of mass moves with a velocity, what should be the velocity of every point must be same. We can pick up any arbitrary point. So what should be the velocity of every point on a disk must be same, no? No, let me choose 2 points, 1 and 2. What is the field due to individual, due to 1 and 2 at center will be non-zero. So what is the formula? Go for the magnetic field due to the moving point charges. So what that formula says is like a mu naught by 4 pi. There's a charge Q into V bar cross R bar by R cube, where Q is a charge. Let me adjust here. V is the velocity of that particular point, this one. And now look at this, use this formula. What are the 2 points I chosen like this? So what field the one will produce? Equal and opposite, the 2 will produce. Similarly, if you choose another point here, what field the 3 will produce, equivalent opposite field will produce by other thing. And this is a disk, so it's a symmetric body about center. So what do you expect the velocity due to any one pair of a points? Should be 0, no? So don't say that magnetic field due to 1 is 0. Magnetic field at 1, at 3 will be non-zero. Due to 2 also it will be non-zero. But due to 1 and 2 will be equal and opposite. Sir, why don't you choose some arbitrary? You do one thing. Sir, like why don't you do like this? Choose some point here and some point here. Then definitely I say that magnetic field now due to this pair will be non-zero. But as it is a symmetric body, so definitely what happens, I'll take the symmetric point. You choose 3 and 4. You choose 5 and 6. You choose some. Able to analyze, you have to break up the thing. So now, due to translative motion, I can definitely say that the net field will be 0 at point C. Due to pair of symmetric points. Due to pair of symmetric points. The net field at C will be 0. This is the first point. So therefore, what we can write, therefore, I think, yeah. Therefore, the net field at point C due to translatory motion must be 0. I think this is a very, very, very important. Pair of any symmetric, pair of symmetric points you have to see. From there you have to, if you take unsymmetric points, then definitely what happens, due to 1 you calculate, due to 2 you calculate, like that you assume several points, and when you take the vector sum, you'll get 0 only. So therefore, I'm asking you to take symmetric points and conclude it. So now what all the magnetic field is will be there only due to what? Due to rotative motion. Let's get into the next part of the problem. How to calculate the magnetic field due to rotating one. So here again, we'll assume the disk. If you can recollect, the charged body will also produce a magnetic field at the center. So here I'll assume a ring of radius r, thickness dr. So this will have a charge dq. So what is dq should be equal to? Dq should be equal to sigma into 2 pi r dr. It's like a rotating ring, no? So what is the magnetic field at this point due to there's a disk, there's a elemental ring. So first we'll calculate magnetic field at C, dBs or dB will write it. That should be equal to mu naught di by 2r, only that much. So what is further di should be equal to dq by t. But we don't know t, time pit, so it will have angular velocity omega. That will write it t equal to 2 pi by omega. Now, what is the dq? Sigma in 2 pi r dr. This will be mu naught 2r. dq will be sigma 2 pi r dr by 2 pi omega. So r will get cancelled. So 2 pi get cancelled. So mu naught sigma omega dr. Two will be there. Okay, this will put the limit. Now what should be the limit? 0 to capital R. The magnetic field at the center will be mu naught sigma omega to R. But we don't know the what is the equation given? VCM is equal to 3R omega. R omega what you can? VCM by 3. So mu naught sigma R omega, you can write VCM by 3, and this is 2. He asked us to express in terms of VCM. Be careful. So many ideas here and there, here and there. These things are very important. Biot-Savart law, again, very, very important. If you check the advanced paper, he preferred to ask these things also. He has shown interest in these things also. A student must know how to apply the Biot-Savart law. I'll permit you first to analyze. Look at the structure, the way it is spelling. That at point 2. Yeah, Manidip, okay, yeah, 6. I saw message now. Okay, I think the what has to be done here now. So I think we have to really put effort in. There's some sort of symmetries, you know. If we can find out due to this one arc, because the current is flowing, that point 2, if I can find out this due to this semicircle, multiply by 4 times, I'll get that one. But the point 2 is not at center of the semicircle, it is somewhere here. So we immediately what happened, we have to get into the thing. If this is the decline. So where is the point? The point is here something. We have to find out at this point. I'll arrange the diagram. Meanwhile, you think it. So let this be the point. So this particular point is on circle itself. So you complete the circle. It'll be easier. Okay, no. So this is the point where we are supposed to calculate. This I'll call it as O. And here is what a current I is flowing. Any direction you can pick up. Let me pick up this. Later in the answer, we'll change it. And this is the center of circle. I'll write C. Okay, now how to find out at point 2? See, what will be that one? We have to apply the Biot-Savart law. There's only O will help us. The Biot-Savart law only will help us a lot. Now, there's nobody is there. So for that, what I do is like I'll assume the current element. Here I'll assume a current element. I think there's a method, no? First we'll assume a current element. So IDL. So DL, so this will be DL, you write it. DL equal to R d theta. Element. I think if so this will be can you view the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll continue. Okay, this is the sum. Okay, this is the theta. Okay, get in this one. So now, if this is theta, this angle should be theta by 2. Well, I'll magnify the diagram so that it will be, you can, now you see this. Just simple mathematics is there. Now, what is R? This is the R bar, position vector. This is the from point A, this is the O. What is the current element? Current element will be like this. Ideal, and this is the point A, and this is a point P, point O. What is this angle? Because this should be the perpendicular. So what is the angle? Angle is, it's not perpendicular. So it is perpendicular to, and I'll just explain the diagram so that will be on safer side. This is the DL. It is perpendicular to, the perpendicular is here. With respect to C, it will be perpendicular. I think this is the mathematics which if you can get, the rest of the problem is very easy. Okay, these two are perpendicular. Some other color, green. Agreed? So now, what is this formula? That this should be equal to how much? Theta by 2 is what I indicated. Now, what is the angle between high DL? What is ideal? What is the angle between IDL and R bar? Sine of this is a 90 minus theta by 2. I think that's what you're, I think. And what is the distance R is equal to? 2R cos theta by 2. So we'll apply now the Biot-Savart law. Able to, I'll minimize it. We'll carry on the question. Minutely, you have to think it. Always in Biot-Savart law, be extra alert with this angle. So this is what needed for us. In the Biot-Savart law, the formula, okay, we will write it phi in any other symbol or alpha, anything. So what is the formula for now? dB is equal to mu naught I dl 4 pi r square. Angle between them, sine of or sine phi. What is phi? Phi should be equal to 90 minus or pi by 2 minus theta by 2. Let's substitute this. I think problem is over. What is small r? Small r should be equal to 2r cos theta by, you know, the arc length. Ideal. DL, what we can write? Arc length it should be from here. Now let's substitute all the quantities. 4 pi 2r cos theta by 2 dl sine of 90 minus theta by 2. Let me write 90. Mu naught I here 416 pi r sine of 90 minus theta by 2 cos theta by 2 cos square theta by 2 into d theta. Anybody value of this? I think this will be secant theta by 2 d theta. What should be the limit? Limits, what shall I take? I assumed only one element. If I assume one more element, okay, you could have done. I assumed only one element. I think the limit should be minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. This is theta equals 0 degree line. Pi by 2 minus pi by 2. So there should be, the limit should be minus pi by 2. Please solve this and get the answer. Okay, this is the resultant magnetic field due to only one wire. Anybody value of this total simple question?
Sir, mu naught I by 4 pi r into ln 1 plus root 2.
ln 1 plus root 2.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
for
Geometry will get 4 pi r.
4 pi r. Now what is the net magnetic field? 4 b naught. Can we looking at the direction? Can we say what is the possible direction? Should be k cap. So I think this Biot-Savart law very, very important. This angle between the current element and R bar in different numericals, it will be different. You have to be alert. Better remember this answer. This will be, I think, this what standard derivation this is. Like how due to a circle, this also you remember. If it is a instead of semicircle, if it was some arc, can we use this formula? Anybody wants to say yes or no? The limits will change, no, here. Instead of semicircle, if it were only arc, then corresponding the limits will change. What is the angle subtended by the arc? Based on that, you can substitute. So therefore, it's not that, don't think that only semicircle. Well, so even if it's an arc, this is applicable. Just be alert. Huh? There's a typical our problems related to motion of charge per electric magnetic field. Assume go for always plane diagram. The plane diagrams is what will help us a lot. The space has electromagnetic field, so I think the magnetic field is into the plane. Don't go for 3D diagram. Maximum try to avoid. Maximum you should try to avoid. So first we'll have our coordinate system. We'll see any help will it do in our numerical. I too don't know. To be frank, I'm just assuming. Keep it here. Okay, now let's go for some rough plane diagram. First, where is the particle given from origin? It is given a velocity v naught. So always the b bar is everywhere into the plane at t equal to 0 seconds. Pi m by q b naught. What is that? Pi m for half of the time interval. Half of the time interval means it should continue. It should take a path, circular path. It will come here. So it will have because only magnetic field is present here during this time. So this is the first interval 0 to time. So this is at t equals 0. This is at time t1 pi m by q b naught. I think the problem is over. The first part we are able to do complete. So it's going to move in a circular path. It describes a semicircle. And what is R? R should be equal to mv naught by qb. After this, then minus b naught j cap. the direction of Mansfield will change. It will come along negative y-axis. So how to decide that? I think the Fleming's left-hand rule, B bar velocity, the positive charge particle, the force will be along positive y-axis. So therefore the particle will deviate. And there's only Mansfield is there, half of the time period. So semicircle. This is the x-axis, y-axis. No. Now bring the B bar. So now make the B bar along negative y-axis. So velocity, B bar velocity. So how the particle will experience force along positive z-axis. And again, it's going to describe a semicircular path. So where do it should come again? So will it be now my question is like in which plane? Here it will rotate in XY plane. Afterwards, it's going to rotate in a YZ plane. So shall we say again it will return to origin? Okay, the B bar is in this direction, B bar and the velocity. So the force will act along positive z-axis. So here I think this diagram may help us. Fz and the velocity is in this direction. B bar after this will be in this direction. B naught. So because of force and velocity, how do it will deviate? So it should deviate like this. No? Then it will be. So it will not move like this. It will move in here like this. Then it will touch the y coordinate after that time. What is the path of particle? The first it is here. I'll make it. Okay, we'll construct the diagram. I think now we got certain idea how it will move. So first it will start from here. It will move like this. So here it has, all right. So till here the B bar was into the plane. So this is at t equals 0, t equal to pi m by B naught Q. Now the direction of Mansfield will be vertical. The force will act along z axis and the particle is having velocity v. Shall I continue? Shall I continue? Can you hear me? Shall I continue?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then. Will it touch y-axis? No, it will not touch y-axis. That's what we have to, our diagram should be in such a way that it should not touch the y-axis. This will be so better. I think now you can convert a problem xz plane, you bring it. So here it will be a, so at a distance, I think I'm in better position. So this should be the parallel to the axis. I'm trying to show the 3D diagram. If you find difficult, you can avoid. Okay, this will be semicircular path it is. So this is what is the time? This time will be t equal to 2 pi, or say 2 pi m B naught Q. It will be here. So there's a 0.1, 2, this is 3. So what height it will be? It will be at height 2r. And what is the distance? This will be 2r. Hope everyone is able to understand. Better in exam, you can use your fingers, because even drawing diagrams also will not get time. Better to take help of your fingers. There only try to analyze. Even 3D imagination will take time. So better take help of your fingers. Now, Or you convert this problem, y-axis is out of the plane. Okay, sir, like, can you help us? Y-axis will be out of the plane. This will be z-axis, this will be x. Sorry, negative z-axis, this will be positive z-axis. Negative z-axis will be here. This will be very difficult. Okay, we'll avoid, already we have a diagram, no? Why again one more? No. After this, so now who will come into picture? The electrostatic field will come into picture. Minus E naught K. What is E naught K? E naught K cap. How the electrostatic field? Here the electrostatic field will be in this direction. What it will do now? So how the velocity of particle? The velocity of particle is somewhere parallel to z-axis. 8.3. And the electrostatic field E bar will be QE force will act in this direction. Now, what is the type of motion it will describe? Accelerated motion. So it's going to deviate and it's telling when it's passing through XY plane. Again, it's going to touch the XY plane. So can we calculate the time? Because we know it will, to touch the XY plane, how much of time it will, how much of distance it has to move, 2r. So we know this distance 2r. So acceleration along negative z-axis, AZ should be equal to QE by M. So 2r is equal to AZ by 2 T square, or T34 as I did. Time taken to move from 3 to 4. So A2 is equal to how much, or AZ? QE by 2M. So T34 should be equal to 4mr by QE. This is a time taken for the charge particle to touch the XY plane. So what you should call time taken by the particle to touch the XY plane. Coordinate, X coordinate is asking. So in meanwhile, how much of where it is? It was on z-axis only. How much of distance it will move? Some distance along x-axis with a speed v0. So what is the expression we can write? X equal to v0 T34. So this should be v0 4m r by QE. What is r? R equal to mv by QE. This is QB. R equal to mv0. So v0 and mv0 will come outside. mv0 will come outside. Then 2 will also be there outside. Q will be outside. Inside it will be E0, B0. No options are matching. Two mv0 by Q, V0, E0, B0. One V0. This is a V0. Oh, okay. This is V0. One V0 will be here. Afterwards, how it will move? What is the path of this? So it's going to be like this.
Parabola.
Parabolic path it should be. This is a circle. Semicircle. This is also semicircle. So now the path this side. Parabola. I think better you have to don't insist on very neat diagram perfectly that one. So just, you know, like in a uniform magnetic field, it should be part of a circle or a circle. Then if any acceleration is there, it should be parabola. I think that'll be enough. Very important, check the advance. It's showing a lot of interesting numericals of this kind. We'll take the next one. Yeah, I brought some good question again to trouble you people. Carefully analyze some situation you have to understand systematically. Once you understand the situation systematically, we can manage this problem. I'm again testing your basic formulas. Friction force acting on the sphere. At that instant, what is the friction force acting? It's not a rolling one. Don't again jump to rolling one. We are discussing the problem at that instant, t equals 0 only. Yeah, Uday, I changed it. V naught is also in the root. I changed it. I'll proceed. Okay, I'll wait for one more minute. Okay, we'll proceed this one. So it is placed on. So this it is. I will take help of the lot of the basic formulas what we know. And it was given omega about which axis. I think it's very important here. And the whole problem revolves around about which axis the omega is given. Let's have a diagram like this. No, the omega is about this axis. Now, it's a charged, non-conducting charge. So everywhere charge is present on its surface. Not a ring, it's a hollow sphere it is. The charge will be there on its surface. Now, any rotating charge particle will behave like a magnet. In what direction the m bar should be for this? Should be vertically up. Sir, how come? So you assume a circular strip here. Then the charge will flow in a circular path about this y-axis. Then there'll be a flow of current. Then I into di into pi r square will be the dipole moment. Then I'll integrate, I'll get the total magnetic dipole moment, and it will be directed in this direction along the axis. This is the m b bar. And look at the magnetic field. Magnetic field is present in this direction. Uniform magnetic field. Will there be any talk due to this? Yes, sir, but I don't know this MB bar. If you know the formula, well and good. Even if you don't know formula, you can manage. Who is going to help you? The charge Q by dipole, Q by 2m. M is a mass. M bar, MB bar, and small m is a mass. MB bar is dipole magnetic moment. magnetic dipole moment. That should be equal to ratio of angular momentum to the magnetic dipole moment. Will I agree this? Formula, I think mb bar directly I can find out. So what is q by 2m? What is the angular momentum about any diameter? 2 by 3 mr square by mb. So the dipole moment should be equal to 3 by 2 or 2 by 3 it is. Oh, that's a formula. Dipole moment. I made correction. By angular momentum it is. So mb by angular momentum will be 2 by 3 m r square. So the dipole moment should be equal to q r square q omega angular momentum.
It should be into omega, no, sir.
Omega. I brought it. So mb should be equal to q omega r square by 3. What I should call the dipole moment. Magnetic dipole moment of the sphere about y-axis. I think let's have some clarity here. Now, due to this dipole moment, will there be any torque? So there are 2 points I'm very much interested. There are 2 points are there. One of radius, one the point C, other is the point of contact. The surface is rough. And then will there be any torque? Yes, there's a torque. So mb bar into b bar. So the torque will act due to the torque, the point P will move backwards. There'll be like a slipping will occur, and the friction will act in forward direction. So now the torque due to dipole moment should be equal to mb into b sine 90 degrees should be equal to ip into alpha. Don't get confused. So like this omega, this alpha, we are discussing that instantaneous angular acceleration. So this should be equal to, now we know mb bar, just now we calculated. So q omega r square by 3, b sine 90 is 1, moment of inertia 2 by 3 mr square, or I'll write parallaxis theorem, ic plus mr square into alpha. What is ic? Should be 2 by 3 mr square. So 2 by 3 mr square plus mr square into alpha. BQ will write it here. No, this should be QB omega r square by 3 equal to, this will be 5 mr square by 3 into alpha. I'll get that instantaneous angular acceleration. This should be equal to QB omega by 5m. Then what is the acceleration of center of mass? AC should be equal to R alpha. So R into QB omega 5m. Who will accelerate the friction? Equal to MAC. R QB omega by 5. There's the magnitude of friction at that instant. So what we should call instantaneous, also like a angular instant. Don't write instantaneous angular. Again, we'll start thinking instantaneous acceleration. At that instant, acceleration of center of mass. Acceleration of center of mass at t equals 0. That's all, finished. Three minutes you can solve. Again. So what is the biggest problem? Where do you go wrong? Where do you go wrong means like you will be, what you'll be doing, you'll be assuming a circular strip. What actually happens for you is, if there's a, I'll tell you like, there's naturally nothing wrong. Every student, the things like this only, not only you. So what students will do, you'll assume a strip. Sir, I'll assume a strip first. Then I'll find out the dipole momentum due to this, because about this axis it is rotating. So of radius r, it will be very lengthy, or else at least you should know due to non-conducting charged body, different bodies, what is the dipole moment. If you don't know that, so this is the alternative. I'm suggesting you like this is what you should use in numericals, provided if they give charge. If they don't give charge, no other alternative, you have to come back and use this method. Getting now? So this is something, the use of this formula is what I just wanted to insist. Or else you should know dipole momentum due to like a non-conducting charged sphere, charged hollow sphere when it's rotating about any of diameter. So I think better remember cone, solid sphere, disc, rod, or shell, different charged electrostatics, you go back there, different types of charged objects, you know it. Okay, remember them. Take that body sign. If it rotates about different axes, what is the dipole moment? You must be ready with the data. Or else use alternative. Or else last option, integration. Okay. Let's take another one. Again. So this, the way you analyze this problem, very simple, 2 or 3 minutes, or it'll take 1 hour. So where is the rod? The rod is here. Let's have some better diagram. And these are the strings. And we do have the conducting, there's a current carrying rod. If you want, I'll make it a little bit more thick. What is asking now? Is asking the time period of oscillation. So some SHM conditions is what it's being brought. So we have a current I, and we know the magnetic field is directed. Here the magnetic field is B bar, a current I flows. These are the strings. It will have some tension T naught initially. Okay, now directly get into so B bar current. So how the force on this will be in this position. A conducting rod AB of mass m and length L is supported by conducting mass as well as carrying current as shown. The rod is slightly displaced into paper such that the rod always remains parallel to x-axis. There's a condition. And released to perform SHM. You have to find out the time period of oscillations. In the presence of that magnetic field is asking. So this is the points A and B. He has mentioned that A and B. Okay, we'll stand here and we'll make observation. We'll see what conditions will come. All these problems I brought where you have to think once. So will you see now you are in a certain plane? You displace it. Very difficult. No, better you come here so that you can see the axis of the rod. So the axis of the rod, when you see it, so it will be, you're going to appear like this. Just only the point A is what will appear, and there's a string. Convert into this is a plane diagram. Don't again jump to the 3D diagram. I'll come here. So this is what we are doing. I think coordinate system XY. And now what we'll be doing, I'll just displace this. It is being displaced. So again, the conditions are same. How the B bar was acting vertically. Now also will vertically. The gravity, what are the forces that are acting? Mg, some tension. I'll call F, the tension force as F. F naught will write it. Because time period will get confused with this. Some force F. How BL force will act? Here, how the current will be into the plane. So B bar and the current. So the BL force will act in this direction. Length of the rod is L. It is given slight displacement and released. We have to find out the time period of oscillation. So what shall I do here now? I'll find out the tension string at equilibrium, because at equilibrium, it will come to this position. The tension string at equilibrium. Sir, how come equilibrium is possible? Okay, maybe you come on this side. If it is here, then the tension string will be like this. Then BL force and MG equilibrium is possible, no? Altogether, okay, this you may find little bit difficult. I'll bring that to the equilibrium position. Now look at this. This you may find difficult to accept this. Okay, I'm bringing the other one. Now how the BIL, MG, and the tension string F. Say this is theta. B bar and the current here is into the plane. I think problem is over. If you can assume this much, problem is over. Now, what is the time period of oscillation? So directly, let me get into the problem. The time period 2 pi ml by tension string at equilibrium. I'll write TE or F. What is F? Tension in the string at equilibrium. How to calculate that? I think it's quite very simple, no? F should be equal to mg square plus BIL whole square. Two pi ml so sorry, this formula, tension string at equilibrium by ml. Units will not match, no? One more root, this will be small l.
Sir, it will be ML by F, sir.
ML by F, huh?
Yes, sir. Dimension also it is wrong, sir.
Okay, this one, yeah. This should be ML by F only. F should be equal to this much. Okay, there's a thing. Okay, now, yeah. So this will be ML by whole under root mg square plus BIL whole square. But what is asked that A also he has brought it, no? How to bring other things? That to the power of minus 1/4. I think we can adjust this formula. But A is there, no? How to I, L, mg all everything. So that this will be Let me simplify further. Maybe it will come 1/2, and this is 1/2. So how to bring that? What all other things are there? K is there. What is K? No, find the value of K. BIL and MG we brought it. The A is what has to be brought it, no? Oh. What are the forces that will be acting? Oh, two strings are there, no? If there are two strings, then the torque equation, slightly if I displace, effective will become 2F. There is another thing. Two strings are there, no? We are replacing with effective one. 2F will be there, BIL, and this MG. Okay, I think 2F will come. Two strings are there, no? This. Two F will come here. Can we simplify this? This root is there, no? So this will be root ML. What is this angle? Theta. Theta should be equal to tan theta equal to F by mg. There's no problem with that. Oh, effective length of the pendulum. So sorry. Here is what? The length of the pendulum is A. Okay, fine, yeah. Just check one. So just see that this part, length of the pendulum is A, no? So this should be the A here. No, okay, fine, yeah. So I think that this formula will make the problem very, very simple. If without this you try to work out, you'll be in a big trouble. Okay, I have other questions. Okay, I have next junior classes there, so you better leave it them. Try to work out them. Another 5-6 questions are there. Try to work out them. We'll end up the class now.
Sir,
Yeah.
can you open the previous question, sir?
Yeah. See now.
Sir, direction of current will be in the opposite direction of charge direction, no, sir?
No, I'll assume the conventional charge, no? I is equal to dq by dt. Conventional current it is, correct, no?
Sir, we can also take a direction of torque about center also, no, sir? Why only about P, sir?
No, it is at that instant it will rotate about P. You look at the question at T equals 0. Got it?
It means it will rotate about P, sir.
At that instant, yeah.
Okay, sir.
Some other 6 questions are there. I'm leaving it. Okay, you try to work out. I have another class. Okay, we'll wind up this. Okay, thank you all of you kids. Do revise all the things for tomorrow's exam. revise all the standard formulas, standard conclusions, everything, so that you can see the benefit in exam. That one. We'll meet again tomorrow for paper discussion portable. Okay, thank all of you. Take care. Bye. See you.